Hey there, Chad here. Welcome back and thanks for joining me. This is Rising Star 2 and the band is Inches from Glory. In the previous episode, we had set up a bunch of one-off gigs and we'll be starting those next week. So maybe we'll write some songs this week and get ready for that. We have a few gigs in the Wisconsin area in a few weeks. And you know what I thought I would do? I had a request to visit Oklahoma. I want to first of all thank you for the requests that come in through the chat. I really do appreciate that. I read those as best I can. YouTube isn't quite as good about letting me know when I'm getting those as it used to be. I used to get like an email every day with a summary, and that stopped at some point. I'm not really sure why, but I do try to poke in there once in a while, every couple of days, and see what's out there. But here's what I was thinking. I'm going to see, I don't know if we'll have time, but I want to see if I can book a tour in that period of time where we don't have any gigs. So we're in August and it's willing to book us starting August 26th. So let's take one more quick peek at this. I want to start September 1st. We're going to say that. And we can start on the 3rd and it can go 2 weeks and that would be just fine. So we're going to come into the manager and we're going to say, book a tour. And we're going to call this the Storm Season Tour. All right. Days of the week. I do like playing on Sundays, and we will go ahead and maybe we'll reserve Saturdays as our day off. Give us potentially 12 tour dates if we do 2 weeks. Starting city. Well, let's just make it Oklahoma City. And then maybe what we'll do is try to catch Oklahoma, Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi, and Arkansas. So we'll start in Oklahoma City, or at least as best we can. And then what did we say there? Arkansas and Oklahoma and there we go. Texas, Louisiana, and Mississippi. There we go. Mississippi and Louisiana. Awesome. Okay. That'll work. We need to select a band to tour with. Maybe we make this more of one where we're the headliner and we have a partner that we're helping bring up. That's when I like to use these bands that are, of good relationship but low popularity. Then I'm the headliner and they can get a little bit of exposure too. We also have a bunch of bands that start in Oklahoma City, and that isn't a bad idea either. Again, this would be more about using a big band is about getting folks out to your show. Where you're the headliner, it's more about what you can draw is kind of the way I look at it. Do we have any that are kind of close to home here? We really don't. Pennsylvania is it. Man, we have burned some bridges or something. We don't have a lot of bands in our area that are talking to us. Let's go ahead and go with, let's go with Hopeless Relations. They're the top of the list here. We do have a couple that have some. Let's go with this one. We're going to go with Perfect Cakes out of Portland, Maine. We're going to use them. We will be the headliner. Did we pick dates? We didn't pick dates yet. I wanted to do September 3rd through September. We'll do through the 16th. Technically, it'll be the 15th. No, it won't schedule us those Saturdays. So we'll have 1 day off a week, or at least 1 day off a week is what it looks like. And let's see what he can do for us. Hopefully in a couple of days, he has something to talk about. Beyond that, let's just kind of get back to our normal process of what we do here. And we're going to go in. I'm on the right button there. And we will merge up some song parts up to a 25. I didn't have any real strong feelings on how I should go about doing this today. I guess we'll do red today and blue tomorrow and kind of that pattern as best we can. There we go. Let's give her the 31 though. We're going to want to start. We could potentially write a song and get it on some album this year that might be able to challenge for an award. I don't know that I've ever won an award in the, oh yeah, got to pay attention. I've never won an award in the first year, I don't think. Not to say it's impossible, but I haven't done it. And so that doesn't really tell you much, I guess. So there you go. All right, that's all our points. Let's go see if practice makes sense. Yeah, we could stand to practice actually a lot of stuff, couldn't we? I think we were dropping some of these. Our tour in the Northeast, yeah, it wasn't, one of these was not popular. Oh, Homegrown, I think, is not terribly popular right now in most of the world. It's good here, so we need to work on some songs that aren't that. But I think for today, we're going to practice everything up. Just get everything back to where it's supposed to be. So we'll start there. Not going to be getting a lot of points there for that. Okay, and our album fell 3 positions to 352. We made $4,000 more in royalties this last week. Well, okay, good. Good. I mean, we've got a nice little bankroll there. We could probably go out and see if we can find some nicer equipment that will help. And that's not out of the question for us, I don't think. It is a Sunday here. And just a quick reminder, here are our albums, and let's take a look and see what we're doing on the charts. It kind of probably looks like, yeah, a big check mark. That's not uncommon. Had a good start, and then this is probably about the time we started touring again, and that's okay. We'll hopefully see an uptick here in the next weeks while we're doing a couple of weeks while we're doing some gigs and maybe having a tour come up. I've never had the manager come back and say can't schedule that, but I think it is not outside the realm of possibilities. We'll have to see what happens there. Okay. Yeah, we'll just do some more merging and writing. Let's go with the blues. And there we go. I'll take those double bumps when I can get them right now. Nope, too many points. Need 6s and 1s, it looks like. Here's some 6s. And surely there's some 1s floating around, right? We'll come down to songs. Lyrics, rather. One more of those will do it. Okay. Back to practice. And yeah, we still have a lot of work to do. So, okay, 15 songs. Let's head out to it's Xavier's birthday. Excellent. $500 and experience is tripled today. And Saul is calling us up. Starts September 3rd in Oklahoma City and ends the 15th in Austin, Texas. 11 gigs. Excellent. Thank you, Saul. We're going to have him do nothing right now. You can always have him do product endorsements. He'll do that and until you tell him to do otherwise, and he doesn't ever complain about it, to my knowledge. So there we go. Let's go ahead and go out. We do have gigs coming up this week in Indianapolis. Okay, so let's go ahead and, well, unfortunately, we didn't mow a lawn recently. I'm not really surprised by that. We're doing really well. We don't really need the landscaping money or the busking. So, you know, but we'll go ahead in case we get another one of those triple point days. Maybe we'll go out and buy some artwork here today too. And struggling to remember where everything is. There we go. I did have to take a week off of doing videos for Inches from Glory. Just a couple of different reasons. Had a lot going on this week and I was a little ahead on schedule, and that's always good. But now I'm behind the schedule and I have to play catch up. I can't always remember what I was doing. So hope you'll bear with me on that. Let's see. I do like the castle. Looking for something expensive, but let's go with the castle. I wonder if we buy more than one. I'm not sure I've ever really done that. If I buy more than one, do I continue to get triple points? I do like the farmhouse ones as well. Let's go with this one though. I do. Excellent. Okay, well, I'll take that and out we go. We want to maybe also look at buying some or upgrading some of our instruments. Come around here. I think I'd prefer to find well, you know what? We're here. We'll hit this one. We'll hit the next one, and then we'll go find a deluxe store. So for Chad, we need strings often. Not today, though. At least not those. We're good there. Okay. And then we're going to go to Angel and look for strings. I'm going to do the consumables first. Looking pretty good there. How is she in quantity of those? She's doing fine there. Drumsticks. Never find good drumsticks, right? We've talked about that. And then drum heads. Nope. And then cymbals. Yeah, writing music, bonus. Maybe hold off for now. I think when we get to a deluxe shop, there's a really good chance we'll have some better options there. Okay, we could go ahead and look at equipment here. I think we'll wait till we get to a deluxe shop to look at all the equipment though. We'll hit these for the consumables. There we go. Option for more strings. Nothing, nothing, nothing. Yeah, I think we're probably doing well on those for the most part, and probably as well as we can do on the drummer's stuff. Yep, good there. There's one. Get 5 of those for him. I broke my own rule though. I usually, when I do that, I'll jump through all the rest just to make sure. And often it's hilarious how often I'll be like, oh, there's a big bump, and I'll go up 2 and it's like another point and cheaper. So, okay, so here we have the writing music again. We're going to pass on that for now. Let's go ahead and find a deluxe music shop, music store. Lily's. All right, now we will kind of take a deeper dive into these. Well, that's a pretty good bass guitar with a bump in stage presence. Kind of hard to turn that down. Writing music, a big bump. Writing music and stage presence. Now, it is funny, but to me, the guitars, I actually do kind of care about what guitars I pick. It's a little silly. But, you know, if you're min-maxing, I would just take the ones with the best numbers. Dork, what are you doing? Yeah, I don't know. For whatever reason, the guitars, I like to make sure I have a look that I like. And that's a little silly, I guess. But we'll go ahead and go with this one. Fender American Precision Bass, Orange Ash 4-string. Okay, there we go. I am inclined to go ahead and sell back guitars that I don't need right now and main equipment. Eventually, you'll collect them. Unfortunately, you can't collect like drum sets and set them around in your apartment or your home. And that would be, I mean, I know why. They take up a lot of space. Guitar you hang on the wall. But there you have it. Let's go ahead and we're going to progress through here. We're going to look at all the equipment. That is a good one. I'd say that is one we need to seriously consider. That's not bad. So here we would have stage presence and writing. This one tosses in playing. Okay, well, we're going to go ahead and take the big boy there. And then we will come down to processors or digital, whatever we want to call this. Stage presence plus 7. Again, hard to turn down. Okay, and we will grab that for him as well. This is going to start to max out some of our equipment. Although I'm noticing, so this gets a little weird. Sometimes it updates these right away to say, oh, here's what you're using and not using. And sometimes it doesn't. I think we're okay here. Not utilized only. Okay, it's just strings. So, okay. And we'll go with all there. All right. And let's move on to Kiwi. Keyboards are always a weird one. Sometimes you just like find a cheap one that's got incredible bonuses. A lot of times you don't. Okay, I'm not terribly excited about that one if it only gives her writing. Bump in playing wouldn't be the worst thing. Another one for writing. No doubles. I think I'm going to go with the playing one for now. We'll go with that one. And yeah, okay. Listening to the guitar being played there. Okay, there we go. On to her amps. Nothing there that's going to benefit her. There we go. That's not bad. We'll go ahead and, well, again, don't break your rule. I don't see anything right away, though. Yeah, so we'll grab that first one, and then we'll see if we can also find something with an increase for playing for her. Okay, there's one. We'll grab that, and then stage presence and music writing. We'll go with stage presence for now. And once again, I'm not seeing where we really knocked off anything that she can sell back. Okay, over to Angel. Guitars. Guitars can get crazy. Huge stage presence with this one. Les Paul 57 Custom Black Beauty. And more stage presence. All stage presence. Apparently Angel needs a guitar with stage presence. Well, we're going to go ahead and do that. We're going to take that top one. We have the money to spend. We're going to be doing some gigging here over the next month. We should take in a little bit more cash, so I'm willing to put out the expense. And there's one we can finally sell back, and we're going to go ahead and do that. Down to our amplifiers. 1 for playing, 2 for stage presence. That's probably going to be a good one. 3 for playing. 4 for writing, 1 for stage presence. Those are all good options. And we're going to go ahead and go to the bottom of the list again. And I think we're going to skip that one. I think maybe we go with this one for now. $1,300. She pays for some of that out of her own pocket, by the way. So something to keep in mind. And then was there also a, well, yeah, let's go ahead and do that. And then we'll sell that one back and that one back. Okay. We already looked at strings. Did we look at strings here? I think we did. Yeah. Okay. And then electronics. +4 playing, +3 stage presence. Well, that's an easy buy. And yeah, we'll give her some more stage presence again. Nothing to sell back. Topher. The drums are always expensive, and that's a huge stage presence one, but man, $7,000, that might be a little more than I'm willing to spend today. $6,000 might be too. Writing music, a +5, that's not bad. Let's see if we can get like a, well, there's a good stage presence bump, 2 points. Let's do that one for now. We'll try to remember to focus on Topher next time, start with him, so I don't feel quite so weird about buying the expensive stuff. Okay, and we wanted to look through here. Not seeing a lot for cymbals. With the cymbals he has, we could stand to, and those are +8 playing. I didn't see anything like that. There's a +4. So we're going to need to try to keep an eye out for those. But here's the problem. We only have the one set left. So I think I'm going to go ahead and buy this one. And just so he has some in case we break them while we're on tour, he'll have a backup that he can start using. And I think we did those already. That was cymbals. Electronics. Not a lot of drum electronics here. Okay, well that's an easy okay. And I think I'd rather not have to repair it. So we're going to go with that one. There we go. And then finally, Xavier. They say it's his birthday. And nothing in mics. you can write a little bit better music, but that one's going to need significant repair. We're going to hold off on that. And we are going to go ahead and repair everything. We're not going to refurbish it. We're going to repair it for now. There we go. Now I know it's a triple point day. I could have done my own repairs for that. I guess we could buy something that could be repaired and maybe go from there. Back over here with Topher. Were any of these like, that's a +5 writing, +5 writing, +3 playing. Doesn't need any repair. This would be the one that needs repair. Got to go to the discount shop to really get the things that need it. So, okay, I think that kind of gets it done for today. Let's get back to the house. And we're not going to chase down every last point on this one today. We're going to go ahead and just get some things practiced up. We can absolutely merge. Let's go down to the greens. Things start jumping out better. Grab those, and I am really interested in getting some double bumps, but I'm not getting any. So here's one. Okay. Here's another. You do some sixes still. We can do some, now we can do sixes and lots of little stuff. We can do those. There we go. And then finally we'll end with that. Okay, heading over to practice. Everything that needs it. Still only knocking off 1 or 2 a day. There we go. We finally got another point there. And okay, so I think we'll have a lot fewer things to practice. Well, maybe not. Nonetheless, wow, we're bucking right up to this, aren't we? Okay, well, I think we're going to skip all the other stuff for now. We're going to do below max. We're just going to try to blow through this, get some of these ready to go. We're going to want to get those going. Yeah. In the interest of making sure everything that is long-term playable is good to go, we're going to do this and just practice those. We're starting to lose our fidelity on some of these, which makes sense because we haven't been practicing them. So what we'll do today is everything. And hopefully everything will go up 2 points and we're in good shape for the songs that we already have ready to go. There we go. And now we have to head to Indianapolis. All righty. Well, that's never the worst thing for somebody to level on the road trip. And this is Topher. His playing is really doing well. 24 points of bonuses now. Let's add a little stage presence. I'm going to bump repair one. I have been kind of trying to work on that a little bit. And for him, we're going to do writing music. And we'll probably start to hit that one a little bit more. And we're going to go ahead and chauffeur because we are rock stars. And we're going to go ahead and jump in there. This is a six song engagement. And you know what? Let's just clear the whole list. Let's see what they hate. They don't like Homegrown. Yeah, that's becoming obvious. That one's going to hurt us because all those songs are Homegrown. How did I end up with so many Homegrown songs? Just not paying attention, I guess. Okay, so the order of things and up are things that they're interested in. Right. Well, we're not ready for that one. We can do Wi-Fi in the Wilderness. These two that are popular, that one's kind of popular. We'll do that one. And then one more red. Rules of engagement, I guess. Standing on the outside. Go with rules of engagement. Okay, here we go. $11,000 folks here. Not getting the crowd into it too much. Yeah, we still have some work to do. I keep forgetting that. Okay, new song ideas. Part of the reason you do it. And 9 shirts sold, 10 copies of our album. These are all good things. We made a lot of money. That's a good thing too. Good heavens, good endorsement pay. This is a number that I always forget to take into consideration, but 11,000 folks is, usually it's measured in hundreds. So 11 times whatever your endorsement bonus is going to be there. That's outstanding. I do not focus on only using endorsed equipment. It'd be interesting if there could be a game element that made it so that was more lucrative. I don't know. You get paid enough. The endorsement helps. It adds, it's a bonus, right? But I don't think it quite does enough for me where I need to pay attention to it. That's kind of what I'm trying to say. All right, let's move on to our next stop, which is going to be Cedar Rapids. Yeah, we're jumping all around this first couple of days. And Selena Keeney Theater. I'm driving on purpose. I wanted to maybe, just for fun, hit one more music store, and I was going to see about cymbals mostly, but I usually always check the consumables. Of course, cymbals are a consumable. So just those +4s. And so the ones he's using for gigs right now, that's not them, that's songwriting. Where are the cymbals he's using? Cymbal, I don't see a, there we go, right here, okay. I was looking for something more that color. Nonetheless, still need to work on, well, he's using the +4 stage, so okay, that's fine. And just for fun, anything else for him? Playing, writing. Nope. Okay. And we didn't get anything for Xavier. Let's take one more. Oh, they have a little bit better selection. +4 for writing music. Let's take that. +4 for writing music for Xavier. There it is. And we'll go ahead and sell that one back. Okay. Heading on over to the venue. Still only 6 songs. Let's move this around a little bit. Inside. Oh, we might have different attitudes. Okay, so we still have all the songs that they don't like down here, and then, oh, we want to play Broken Photographs. Definitely. Oh, Trust was on the not nice list. I think maybe I misread that earlier. Nonetheless, there we go. And Silent Tears. We definitely want to put that one in. I think Inside the Lines comes out. They didn't really like that one at all. I think that was the one, or with the structure. Well, we'll get rid of Rules Engagement, and we will go with Silent Tears. That's probably a good one to close with, too. So there we go. And having at it. All right. I like how our banner gets bigger for bigger venues. Yeah. Well, we had a much better audience participation in this one. A couple of things went better there. Didn't get paid nearly as much, but that's all right. How many folks were there? 4,100. And we sold 37 shirts. Only 11 copies of the album, but okay. We will take it. Definitely not complaining. Anything else? 221 fans were there for us. Yeah. Over here, a little bit better average, I think. And Broken Photographs did its thing. People were tapping their feet. So what's that, a 23-point jump? That's pretty good for a slow song, honestly. Or a low energy song, I guess. I look at them as fast, medium, and slow. I guess, yeah, that's not entirely accurate with how they set it up, but nonetheless. Okay, next is Fort Wayne, Indiana. Well, I think what we will do is go ahead and go home for today. Have one more round of practice in that evening. Then head out to Fort Wayne. We dropped again. Actually, Yeah, we dropped considerably in a way because we were at like, what, 40? Maybe I'm misremembering that. I thought it was at 4,100 last time. Maybe that's not right. Probably thinking of something else. I think that was a number of people somewhere, wasn't it? All right, and we'll jump in home. I'm going to forego the merging. I think what we're going to do actually is end this episode, and we'll pick up in the next one right about here. I do want to thank you for joining me on this journey with Inches from Glory. I hope I see you next time. Don't hesitate to leave a like, subscribe, all those fun things, and a comment is always welcome. Until next time, fair travels.